darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed. Oh my God. I got so many messages in my DM for the last couple of weeks. You know, I'm busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. And you guys kept telling me, Fumi, are you going to give us your point of view on Travis Hunter? Let me put my phone down. I'll put it behind me. This channel is international, so some people might not know who he is. Travis Hunter is a 21-year-old, and he has made history by becoming the first athlete from a historically black college or university, HBCU, to win the prestigious Heisman Trophy, the most coveted award in college football. His future is shining bright. He has a fiancée because they're now engaged, and her name is Leana Lenny. And so there's been a lot of conversation about him, you know, with this girl. There's an issue because he's 21. I did a little bit of research and I see that he had also, bless his heart, he has also deactivated his Instagram account because of trolls. Okay. Where do I start? I'm just trying to think where I start, with a girlfriend or with Travis Hunter. Okay, you know what? Let me start. Let me just find out something here. Travis Hunter. There we go. Okay, so and he had deactivated his Instagram account. I think that his Instagram account is back from what I am seeing, and that's really good. Okay, so let me start with Travis. Okay, Adrian was just 1 year old, and we had been in California for about 4 months. We had just come back and moved into a new house, and I think it was the beginning of 2020, and Kobe Bryant had passed away. I will never forget the shock. I ran to Adrian's room, and I think I stayed there every night for about 3 weeks. I have never met Kobe. I don't know Kobe personally, but it was such an impact, and he was so young. I bring him up because his parents did not go to his wedding. They did not approve of the wedding. I think Vanessa was 17 or something, and he was 21, 22. I can't remember. Something like that. And of course, the funeral service was televised, and I saw the parents there. You see, this life is so funny. It's so weird, so strange. When I was 21, I was Miss Supermodel of West Africa. And if you had asked anybody, they would have said Fumi might have 6 children, because that's what I wanted, and I would have a baby in a matter of years. I didn't have Adrian until I was 49. And it's humbled me, because the life that we think we know, we don't. We do not know what this life is. We can only advise, we can only support, and we have to always understand, because I take this from my son's point of view. Regardless of what I will agree, not agree, I will always be in front of him to protect him. I will always be beside him to support him. I will always be behind him to push him. But I cannot make his decisions. It's only him and God. It's just an observation that I had when we were talking about Travis. 21 is young. The frontal lobe is not developed until it's 25. And so, Travis, I say this to you. I am very sorry of what you have experienced in relation to your fiancé. This should be the happiest time of your life. You have done so well. Congratulations. Every auntie out here, everyone is in support of you. And we are in awe of you, of what you have achieved. Believe that. With all the truths, push that aside. This really came from a lot of love, a lot of support, and a lot of pouring into you, that we want you to excel. We want to sweep the path where you will walk, because Travis is going to walk this path, because Travis is coming. It has to be clear for him, because he is great and we want him to do even greater things. I want you to be very clear. Everybody gives you that love. 21. While I'm on it, I will tell you there are many of us that wish that we could be 21 again and do certain things differently. We wish we could do certain things differently. Also, God touches some of us. Some of us are just special because you're ordained. You are here to do a job. He sent you here with a job. Some of us have gifts and says, take this gift. There's none of us on this earth, because we are all his children, that he did not give us something, tools, skills to push through this life. Some of us take it, some of us don't. But when we see it in somebody else, yes, we know. It's in you. It's in you, Travis. And with that will come a lot of responsibility. Whoever your choice is to marry, I wish you well, my love. Because apart from your greatness as a sportsman, you have to have something for you too. You cannot have all of this love and come home to an empty house. That does not make sense. We don't know anything. We just want the best for you. And sometimes the message is lost in the delivery. And perhaps it was too much and it was on deaf ears. I love your Uncle Ula because he has never shouted in the 17 years that we've been married. And one day I asked him, why don't you shout? Why don't you stand up? He said, because when you shout, people shut down. And it's true. You shout at me, I shut down, because I can only hear the shouting. I can't hear the message. And I said, okay, I'll come out here and I'll give you the message. Without any shouting, without any push. Just for you to take in and say to yourself, oh, you know, maybe my mentors are onto something here. Maybe let me try it this way. Let me just see, after all, come on, it's not so bad. Let me see how this works. When you're in love at 21, every cell in your body is alive. I was 21, I know what that felt. My God. And I know the boy I was in love with too. I thought it was forever. I thought that, we just laugh and we play, and we kissy, and we this and we that. And the rest of the world didn't exist. It did not exist to us. That was us. And we felt so mature. And it's good to have that kind of love. And I do hope that that love lasts with you. Because there are some relationships that I see, they're in their 90s and they stayed together and they met when they were 18. I wish that for you. The challenge you have is that you're just not any ordinary guy. You are a Heisman winner, baby. You are great. That's why I'm even talking about you. And with that comes a lot of responsibility, and that comes with a flood of money that you cannot even begin to think about if it is invested properly. And so, baby, you will never be this young again. You will never be this strong again. You will never have the tenacity that you have as a 21-year-old ever again. Because as we get older, that stamina will wane. And ultimately, you want to have your nest egg, you want to have your savings, you want to have your security. With maturity, upon reflection, you will maybe even circle back a couple of times in your life. Pray God you have a long life. And so, marrying beautiful Leona, beautiful as she is, I'm sure she makes you laugh, she makes you smile, you are happy around her. Also, protect her. The way you feel now, I promise you, I know you can't see past her. We were all there. We've been there. Some of us were lucky, some of us were not. I was lucky. I actually married the man of my life. The man that I truly love, because there's infatuation, there is so many feelings. But what really is love? What is love? Love her, marry her. I support it, even though you're young, because you have to have your experiences, unless how are you going to learn? If you don't want to have a prenuptial agreement, darling, that is quite dangerous. It's a little bit dangerous because you want to protect your future. You see what happened in California? There were a lot of retirees, even actors that have retired from the business. They went to have their house, their nest egg, and they thought they'd be okay until natural disaster said, That's what we're talking about. That's all. Have it in place. Have it in place for a year or 2 years. Have it in place for the owner. Make sure that she gets something every 5 years. Do it that way. Because actually in hindsight, you are protecting each other. Ula and I, your uncle Ula and Auntie Fumi, there were people that said it will never work. It will never work. Homegirls from California. Hollywood. These Hollywood types with quiet, stable. Ula, he was a swim champion. National swim champion for Norway. 500 medals, 200 gold. We've been married 17 years. It worked because we knew what we were doing. We knew what we had. And he had coin. I was like, ooh, very nice. If you love her, I wish you the best. If you love her, and this is what you want, I wish you the best. I want you to take into great consideration the money that is coming and the money, the financial benefit of it all. Okay? That's all I have to say to you. You know, shut out the noise. Never give up. Never give in. Never retreat. And never, ever, ever show anybody your inner hurt. Because we're living in a day of social media. Never, ever deactivate your social media ever again. You are a brand. You push your business. You're in a different league. You can't come out on TikTok talking about your personal affairs. It will backfire. You're in a different league, baby. Small sacrifices in the grand scheme of things, but you don't need people in your head. You are out there and you are giving so much. But who do you come home to? It was a question that a very prominent actor asked. He said that I'm on stage every day. and I perform and you dance and you this and you that and I sell out. But who do I come to every day? Who do I come to? Where am I supposed to date? Who am I supposed to date? How is she supposed to be perfect? She doesn't have to be black. She doesn't have to be white. She doesn't have to be anything. She has to just love you. And you love her. And you will grow from this. You will grow from this. It will only make you stronger. That's all I have to say. Leona, how are you, darling? How are you? How are you, baby? Yes, I've heard everything, and you are Travis's fiance. You also cannot be on social media. They will eat you alive. From the color of your skin, they will eat you twice. They will feel that you do not deserve him, that you are money grabbing, that because you said he was not your type initially, they're going to hold that like a noose around your neck and they will drag you. Who are you? That's what they will say.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not. But what's a testimony without a test of faith? So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online. But I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women, so I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM. Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated looked the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who was a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me, and he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't. So no, he wasn't my type at first off of those two things, but that didn't discredit the fact that I was attracted to him. That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal and wonderful human being, and that's why we're together, and that's why we're still together to this day. So that's that. Okay, the next clip was at the game after they just won like their last game. People thought I was upset with him celebrating with cheerleaders. I don't know where that came from because he never celebrated with cheerleaders. So that I don't know where that started, but that's not what I said. But what y'all didn't see before the clip, me and him were talking. We had already interacted. I had already said congratulations. I had already kissed him over the fence that we couldn't get through. So the real reason why I was mad is because the security, and you can ask any of the family members who was actually there, they didn't want no one to storm the field, so they had 1,000 security people holding everyone back. But the people in the field were like, let the family down, like the family can come down. So everyone was going back and forth. I was arguing with the security guard because he wouldn't let no family through, but they let the cheerleaders on the opposing team get through the fences. So I was like, so when I finally got down to the field, that's why I told Travis, like, he had already seen it. I had already congratulated him. We had already spoke, got on the field, and then that I was upset because I had just finished arguing with somebody. And then what y'all don't see after 5-second clip is right after that, I let it go. I was like, you know what, like, celebrate. We took pictures. We were with our families, and then we went to his meet and greet. Had another wonderful event there. That's all that happened in that. That was literally that. Nothing. It was not deeper than anyone made it out to be. And yeah. Next clip, the Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here, or do you want me to go with the family, or do you want me to come with you? Because what y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I'm never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It's like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like, what? And he was like, you could do what you want. Like, you could sit there. You can go shop. You can come to the hotel. You can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up is truly crazy, because it's not what happened. And I just think people are just finding every single little thing and trying to make it something it's not. And then bird brain individuals are just accepting what they see online. Okay, now the last thing, this actual Heisman ceremony. This is making me so mad, because anyone who knows me knows I support Travis in every win, everything he does, because I truly, truly love that man. He is perfect in my eyes. So when his name was called, I instantly was gonna, if you watch the video, you can see me like, but his mom didn't get up. So I was like, oh, maybe I don't get up. Maybe I just sit here with her. So I sat there, and then y'all said Coach Prime had to tell me to get up. No, he didn't. He said, go get him. Go get your man. Like, and once Travis stood up, but he didn't have to do that, because I was going to do that anyways. As soon as I seen Travis get up, then I thought it was appropriate to stand up, greet him, congratulate him. But then there was a camera right in front of Coach Prime, and I knew they were going to film that moment. And because of how people are online, I was like, I don't want to be in that shot, so I'm going to sit down. So I try to sit down so I'm not in the camera while I'm crying. People are going to be like, oh, why is she crying? Like, you know, stuff like that. And so I got out of the camera purposefully so they can have their moment. That's all it was. No one told me to stand up. No one had to tell me to celebrate with him. I was just sitting there crying. I wanted to take it in myself too. I was super excited for him. But I wanted the moment to be about him and his family. And that's another thing. People are like, why did he sit next to her? Why was his mom? We had assigned seats. We had assigned seats. I didn't have a choice where I sat. They are obviously going to put someone and their partner together. So I had the seat right next to him because that was my assigned seats. I didn't have a choice. And then the hugging thing. Travis came and hugged me because he just went down the line. I was first in line, then his mom, then Coach Prime. He came straight to me first. I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't have to tell him to do anything. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. But yeah, everyone is making this crazy narratives in their head. So I just wanted to clear it up. And that is the truth. That's what happens in all those videos. And I will not be addressing this again. I didn't want to address it, but here we are.
So baby girl, this is what I'm going to tell you. You keep the outside noise out. You stand by your man and you do the right thing. If you never did it before, you got to do it now. Build a life with this man and support him, and also find a life for yours inside his life, because you have to find your own happy. You will be attacked for a long time, but if you really love this man, that's okay. And I understand that it hurts. It means now that you have to step up, because you are in the bright light and everybody will judge you for everything that you do, for everything that you say, for everything that you wear, because the world is like that. They just want to get to you. Don't let them get to you. Don't come onto social media crying that you just stood up because it wasn't your place, it wasn't that place, it wasn't. That is, he wants you, and you want him, then you're together. That's all that matters. You shut out the noise, and now you have to wear your big panties, because this right here is a serious game, and he's got a serious future ahead of him, and it is very intense out here in these streets. They will criticize you for everything, and they will judge you, number one, for not being black. I'm not that way. You're a good woman. You're a good woman to him. You push him. You give him calm before a game. Then you can come along. Yes, you are our daughter because he is our son. I take you in 1,000,000,000%. You have to just be calm and don't feed into this. I've heard the rumors. I've heard that, yes, you went to a party, this, that, and the other. It does not matter anymore. I don't care about that. Now you have to step up, and you have to stand up, and you have to be the woman. You have to be the woman. They took from him, made us. But we are front and center. Everything that Travis is going to be going forward, you are an intricate part of it. Even though nobody will want to give you your flowers. You won't get them now. You'll get them when the children are grown. When he's done his job. Then we'll say, upon reflection, Leona Chigidi did her job. Be careful. Be careful also. If this is not what you want, and you're only out there for the money is not going to give you happiness. It never does. It never does. There are only so many Chanel bags you can buy. I pray for you. May you be covered and protected at all times. Keep your relationship off social media and just keep going. Don't look at comments. And Travis, for the two of you, you know what you can do? Just disable the comments so that they can like it and they can look, and that's it. Let them say whatever they want to say. The two of you, I wish you the best. Go forward and prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. But don't stand still for nobody. Don't cry in front for nobody. They don't deserve to see the tears. Leave all of that and move on. I wish you the very best. The very, very best. And congratulations upon your engagement. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll say what? I'll see you later, baby. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to exercise. You want to come and join me? Come and join me.